hello out there, and thank you all very much for taking the time to check out my video today. This deck's all going to be about making some dragons, getting them out as quickly as possible, and really trying to take advantage of the treasure mechanic in the game. So we do have a lot of treasure generations, just starting off with the Shambling Ghast here, the Deadly Dispute. I'm sure you guys know what these cards are by now, but just to rehash for you. This gas does give us a -1/-1 to any creature we so choose, or it gives us a treasure token when it dies. It's a pretty good 1/1 body for 1 mana. The Deadly Dispute at 2 mana allows us to sacrifice a creature or a treasure. In return, we get to draw 2 cards and get another treasure token back. Pretty good combination together. You get to have 2 tokens and draw 2 cards, so not a bad combo. Prosperous Innkeeper here gives us a treasure when it comes into play. It also does give us 1 life every time a creature comes into battle. Not super pertinent for this deck, but every little bit of sustain does help. We're also running 3 of the Skullport Merchants. Good card draw, creates a token when it enters the field for us, so overall a really nice card for any treasure deck. Especially considering we are also running 3 of the Magdas. Magda is just an excellent treasure generation. Whenever a dwarf attacks, it will give you a treasure. And normally, you think when you attack, you would get a treasure. But with the Jaspera Sentinel right here, we can basically use this to tap our Magda at will to create 1 mana and also create the treasure. If the Magda is out, we could also use it in conjunction with the Skullport Merchant for the same deal. So in essence, that allows us to create 2 mana every time we tap the Magda, one of it being the treasures. And treasures get very impactful in this deck since it allows us to search up dragons or artifacts. Speaking of artifacts, we're running 3 of the Maskwood Nexus. So this is a little bit of an interesting inclusion in the deck, I added it a lot because it does synergize well with the Magda. It gives all of our creatures +1/+0 when the Magda is out, in addition to generating treasures. So even our dragons can be generating treasures for us in addition to all our other creatures. It also allows us to make some early game blockers. 2/2s for 3 mana it's okay. It's not the worst. And if the Magda's out, they become 3/2s. So all in all, it's a pretty good deal. We're running 2 Crackle with Powers, kind of a finisher for the deck. We are hoping to have tons of treasure and mana laying around, and this gives us a really, really good use for all that treasure and mana. Also, one of the good uses for tons of treasure and mana is our top-end dragon here, the Inferno of the Star Mounts. It can't be countered, so it's really nice against those blue control decks. They can't stop it from hitting the field unless they have like a bounce effect with the divide by 0. It has haste, so it's going to come out and do its thing right away, and it is pumpable. The chances of you getting it to 20 power is pretty slim even in this deck, but if you do manage to pump it that high, it's just going to do 20 damage right off the bat. So, even without attacking, pretty crazy. We're running 4 Goldspan Dragons in the deck. We are treasure focused. We are dragon focused. This is the best of both worlds. Gives us a treasure when it attacks. Gives us a treasure if it's a target of a spell. In addition, it makes our treasures generate 2 mana instead of 1. It gets haste. I mean, what's not to love about the Goldspan Dragon? Besides, of course, we've all seen it a million times at this point. Finally, we're running 3 of the Emberstorm Predators. Once again, just a really good dragon for the deck. It provides a lot of protection to itself if it has other things to sack. Hey, what do you know? We're creating things to sack every turn if we have the Nexus out. So pretty nice synergies there. Gives us a lot of available bodies for sacrifices. In addition to, being able to generate some extra treasure because we can tap it at will. And as long as we have, like the Magda out and the Maskwood Nexus, we can actually generate some treasures and put +1/+1 counters even without it doing anything, just sitting on the opponent's turn. So pretty nice stuff. We're running 4 Swamps, 2 Den of the Bugbears. So normally this isn't the creature land of choice for me. However, I was trying to really synergize with the Maskwood and the Magda, so if we have both those out and we activate this, we're actually, getting some pretty nice value with multiple treasures and some bonuses to the goblin that spawned. We're running 2 of the Mountains and 4 of the Forest, so very few 1-color lands in this deck because we are running 3 colors, so we are 4 each of all 3 pathways. That allows us to give a little bit more control over our mana production, especially in the early game when it's very important and we don't have a lot of treasure to rely upon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into some of those games for you guys. Seeing some interesting decks. Definitely seeing some interesting decks today. Okay. What do we got? 4-lander with Magda. We get to go first. Let's try it. Let's try it. If we get one attack out of the Magda, that's already pretty good. Oh no, Magda really needs the Sentinel though, so she can safely tap. Just too many little 1/1s in the format to block her. Okay. I think we tried. That's not. Yeah, I think we try to leave the Magda down. We can leave the Magda down for a few turns until we get the Maskwood Nexus. That would be pretty good value. I mean, it's a lot of ifs, especially against blood money. But it's possible. It is possible we could do that. Okay. Doesn't really matter what side we put this down on, I guess. Might as well just do red. Okay, and then if we drop the Maskwood Nexus now, we can start generating the treasures with the Predator. Please don't kill my Magda. Well, was almost good, right? Was almost good. C'est la vie. Yeah, see how much you lucked out, bud. Just take a peek at how much you lucked out. Excellent. Okay, now they're going to be wanting to drop the blood on the snow, probably. They don't have the mana for it yet, though. They're still short one. Okay. Just do this. That's it. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole bunch of damage. But then we might just be playing into the, we do that, maybe we are just playing into the blood on the snow, so let's do it this way. Okay, as expected. They're going to use their treasure to draw? They're not. Okay. Okay, so that's their plan to get rid of our predators. They're reduced to memory. Now we know. Is this just the blood on the snow? I think if they blood on the snow instead of the exile, that's a mistake. We don't have the mana now. We're doing it on the gold span. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll eat it. Why shouldn't we? I don't really care about getting the 3-2. And this is game. Unless they have instant removal. Maybe they have the, what is it called? The Vanishing Verse, right? They might have the Vanishing Verse. Okay, that's lethal. No, they didn't have an answer. Cool, cool. Ooh, cool. You know, they might have had something there. Could have been like the Baleful Mastery or something like that, right? That's 2 mana. But they did not. So yay for us. Pretty rough start there, but we managed to get it together in the end. Was a little questionable there for a bit. Tano Pastita. Alrighty. So for the opening hand, we got the Ghast and the Dispute into the Predator. I mean, it's pretty decent opening. Pretty decent opening if nothing else comes up. So I think we'll go ahead and keep this. I mean, it's relatively fast, which is nice since we are on the draw. We are going to be behind on tempo from the get-go, so whatever we can do to try to pick that speed back up will be really nice for us. The 3-lander with the double treasures means that we can also theoretically do both back-to-back turns, assuming nothing else comes up. So, I mean, we have some good opening lines here. Okay, so looking like probably going to be Rakdos Snow. Pretty common archetype. Oh, okay. And Splash in the blue, too. So it's most likely going to be another dragon-style deck. That's going to be my assumption. Okay. We'll hold the Dispute. No reason we need to use it quite yet. See what they're going to be playing. If they're going to be playing. They are not. Okay. Let's get our draw on. Sure. Well, the nice thing for us is we really only needed one of the treasures to cast our Immersturm. So, at the end of the day, we are not too sad. Not too sad. Because that's just one less tool they have now against our Predator. I mean, that gets it done since we didn't have any protection, but it's fine. It is fine. So if we play the Innkeeper here, we cannot also play the Predator. But maybe it is better to try and get the Innkeeper out right now and try and have the protection down the line. And if nothing else, we can dispute it. You know, if something looks like it's about to happen to our poor little Innkeeper there, we can just dispute. Okay. I mean, I guess you might as well dispute it now. Get some value out of it. If they allow it. Okay, they're not allowing it still. Well, it leaves an open line for our predator. Unfortunately, we won't have any protection for it, but at least we can put it back out here safely. And we can just try and dispute it too if they try and kill it. I do say try because so far all of our best attempts have not been great. Looks like they're not really finding the cards that they're wanting though, so that's kind of good for us. And we have the mana to drop the Inferno on our turn, which they can't counter. They might have another divide. But then again, they might not. We could also theoretically leave our we could theoretically leave our land untapped too, and then we can turn on the den. You know, that's not a bad idea. Maybe we just turn on the den and attack this turn. And then we have food for our predator should that become something that we care about. I mean, it does equal quite a decent amount of damage too, right? Okay. So the Goblin token kind of gives our predator quite a bit of protection in all actuality. Now they're kind of forced to find an exile effect if they want to kill our predator. Okay. Sure. Okay. So how can we play this now? If we turn that on, that's 8, 9, 10 damage. We're not quite there yet. We could cast our Inferno. It cannot be countered. That actually puts enough damage on the board to kill. So this should do it. This should be lethal damage on the board. Yes, it is. Excellent. You know, they may have had like a royal or something that would have hampered our progress for sure, but they did not. So we get the win. Yay us. Yay us. What are we going to be up against next? A name that is in a different language. Ooh, do we have the green? We do have the green. Okay. It's pretty good. We even got the backup Magda. I mean, wow. That's really nice. Really nice. Provided, you know, we're not playing against heavy control, we should be in a fairly decent spot. As they drop the blue. As they drop the blue. Oh no, we need the red here for the Magda. Okay, and then you need to make me some green. Okay, we're rolling. See how long poor Magda survives. Probably not long, right? Already. First one's down. First Magda down. Alright, Magda number 2. Do they have an answer for Magda number 2? Not immediately. Okay. Let's put down another red, right? Should we have our double red? Still need 2 more treasures though to dig up a dragon. Will we get there? Will we get there? Okay. Dispute is kind of nice. Okay, obviously we will hold it until their end step, you know, just in case we have a preferential target for it. I guess assuming we may indeed. Okay. So, this is what we can do. We can sack the innkeeper, and that gets us the treasure. Okay. Then we can sack 5 treasures, and we can get the gold span. Right? Or the Immersturm. I think the gold span. There we go. Even if they take it out, we just follow it up with the Inferno on our next turn. We got a gold span of their own. Would you like to race? You would, okay. No blocks. You don't know that I'm holding the Inferno. You don't know about the Inferno. That's game. Unless they have some way to instantly take care of one of our dragons. We can't counter it. They could bounce it if they have a divide. Or they might have damage. I mean, they got 4 mana to work with. That's a decent amount. There we go. It's a divide. Okay. Keep our Jaspera back to block. We'll take 1. In case they got epiphanies waiting, right? Let's just wait and see what happens. Okay, that's fine. Not like it's the end of the world. Okay. Too bad we didn't have a way to sack the ghast, right? We could have played the ghast and sacked it to remove their blocker. Okay, see what they can dig up. Not what they needed. They could not dig up what they needed. Good for us, we'll take it. We will take it. Yes, we will. I like those wins. I do like those wins. Araziza. Okay. It's not the worst, right? We don't have any black mana available, which is kind of unfortunate. It's kind of unfortunate. We'll need another creature to tap with this. Let's try again. Let's try a mulligan. I mean, I'm not sure I could like this much better. We'll keep the Magda. And we just need to get one attack off with our Magda. To fund the gold span. Yeah, it looks like we may not even get that though, right? May not even get that one attack. Blood money. It's gonna be the blood money. Okay, no blocks. If they want to kill our Magda, they're gonna have to do it themselves. We're not gonna do it for them. Yep. It's expected, right? It is expected. Oh, it's weird. Like the Magda Jaspera is such a strong combo, but the Magda only having one life makes it so hard to keep it alive. Just so hard. A soft wind kills it. Right? Soft wind kills the Magda. Oh, this is terrible. Alright, so this is going to be one of those Exodus decks, right? With the Blood God or whatever the hell his name is. Otherwise, I played a couple days ago against one of those decks, and he had him out on like turn 2 or 3. It was so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Just like the draws in this game are looking, right? So ridiculous. They are just popping off up there. We are probably game over at this point. We are probably just game over at this point. Even when we throw out our gold span right now, they're just going to kill it with the Predator, right? Can't imagine they don't. Did we just YOLO it anyways and say, screw it? I guess we do. Maybe we can prevent them from attacking with their gold span or something? I don't know. I don't know. Any way you slice it's not that great, right? Any way you slice it, it's just not going to be that great for us. Okay. I guess we're trading a gold span. Don't have much choice. It's like the only thing we had, but sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Okay. So, obviously we are in a world of trouble right here. Quite obviously. Not much else I can say about that besides, we kind of screwed. We just kind of screwed. I'm just gonna cross my fingers that that he doesn't take 20 years to make his plays. That's just what we're gonna hope for here, cause yeah. Oh. We're kind of at that point in the game where you can kind of tell how well the opponent knows their deck in their matchups, because you know a person who's played their deck a lot knows the deck, knows the matchups. They're still making decisions pretty quickly usually at this point, unless there's a really complicated board state. But you know, a more inexperienced person with a deck, you know, they're going to take a lot of time to think about each and every decision because they're not really sure, you know, what could be coming up in their deck. They're not really sure how their deck plays against what they're seeing. You know, it's just kind of one of those, it is the way it is deals. It is what it is. It usually gets solved, you know, with more time played on the decks. Usually it doesn't become quite such an issue. But in the beginning, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, we are pretty dead here. Pretty dead. Yep, no blocking. Can't do that. Can't be blocking. Another predator. Yeah, we're done though, right? Case of similar decks, but they got all the good draws. It happens sometimes. It does happen sometimes. And when it does, I mean, what you gonna do? You know, see? If we had gotten this on turn 4 like they had, maybe it would be a different game. But sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. That's why the mirror matches can be especially frustrating, I think. Because it's like, you know that you have the exact same tools in your deck, so when your opponent gets them and you don't, it just feels extra bad. That's kind of my theory on it anyways, you know? Like, oh, I want that. Why don't I get that? I know I have one of those. Kind of like the child mentality, right? I want what he got. It's only natural. It is only natural. So, they get to go first. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Not the greatest opening hand. Not sure I'm too much more thrilled about this since we had no black mana. I guess we play this out. We're getting rid of the crackles, but this is really sad, right? Really sad opening hand for us. If we're against any sort of a tempo deck, a control deck, we're probably dead in the water at this point. You know, that was not a good thing for us to see. Not gonna lie, that was not good for us to be seeing there. Okay. Filling up their hand, but now they're probably gonna have to discard. Oh, okay, they found the land. They found the land they needed. Lucky them. Lucky them. Got the gold span for next turn, you know? Maybe. We'll see. If they're fully untapped, you know, we probably can't afford to do that. Yeah, see, we can't afford to gold span against that. It's almost guaranteed that it's the counterspell, right? Almost guaranteed it's the counterspell. Why we have the Infernos in this deck? Well, one of the reasons, because when we're playing against a very heavy control deck like this one, if we can get if we can dig up one of our Infernos, it'll be very nice for us. It will be very nice if we can dig up one of those Infernos. Yeah, see, because, you know, we can't play anything big unless they happen to tap out. That's going to be kind of our opportunity. If and when that happens. Maybe we just start turning on our den and just trying to beat them down with our lands. Looks like they have a similar thought. They still get to keep they still get to keep their counter magic open, unfortunately, right? No way. They probably just think they did a good thing there, but they actually just gave us the opening we were looking for to sneak our gold span in, right? sneak that bad boy right in there. They don't have an immediate answer. That's pretty good. Looks like they do not have the immediate answer. Okay, we're just going to try and beat them down while we have the opportunity. So close, we just got to get in 2 more damage somewhere. 2 more damage for the win. It's looking pretty good. Yep. Yeah, they probably thought they were doing really good by countering our Deadly Dispute there, but really, it just gave us the opening we needed to drop the gold span on their heads. I think that if he would have just continued to hold that mana, that match could have played out very, very differently, because I wouldn't have been able to drop the gold span when I did, which is really what accelerated that win. Okay, we got the green, we got the red. I mean, we gotta go first. I'm gonna do it. It's a 2-lander, but I'm gonna do it. We got our combo, so provided it can survive for a few turns. I mean, we got Value City. Okay, showing red green. Maybe it's a similar style deck. We will find out. We will find out. We're not tapping the Magda down right now. Okay, so it is definitely not the same. Is this going to be a party deck? Might be a party deck. It might be the party deck. Okay. Could do the Predator right here. It seems pretty strong. Or we do the Merchant. I think we're going to do the Merchant. Gives us a really nice blocker, you know, if they don't have, if they can't make the Trap Finder unblockable, which they might, you know. It's not too hard to proc. There it is. Okay. Little do they know what's just about to drop on their heads, right? Little do they suspect. Nobody suspects the Inferno. Okay, come on. Nobody inspects the Inferno right here. Okay. Well, that should definitely be putting them on the back foot. Okay. Another black. And we'll drop the Predator. Okay. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Okay. It's fine. In turn. And we'll probably be bringing the gold span to the party next turn, right? Let's see what they do here. Okay. It's taking up the vast majority of their mana. They're not going to be able to do much else. Okay. Or maybe we get the Nexus? No, we don't even have to think about it. Well, that's good. I'm glad we didn't have to put too much thought into that one. There was a lot of good options there, right? There were a lot of good options there. Alright, see if we can't get in one, maybe two more. See how it goes. Piccolo Loco. Alright. And for an opening hand, I mean, we're missing the Jaspera, which is sad. It is sad. We only have red or black. And we need both. I don't think we keep this. Okay, so we got green and red. Green or black? Green, red, green. Okay, I think we can keep this. Drop the Inferno for now. It's just way, way out of range. And then we're going to put down the pathway on green and play the Sentinel out. We can use the Innkeeper Treasure for black if need be. I mean, sure. Give you the free learn, I don't care. I don't want to take the damage all game. Okay, does that change anything for us? Not really, right? Well, I guess we could actually play the other Sentinel, tap them both. For a green to play the Innkeeper and then play the Ghast. That's okay, actually. I don't think we use the treasure. Let's just hold on to it for now. Get rid of our Ghast. And we'll plan to Nexus next turn instead. Might as well get our little damages in while we can. Might as well. Yeah, it's probably a Skull Raid or a Poison the Cup. Sure. Sure, man, sure. Be rude like that. I see how it is. So we start pumping out shapeshifters, if nothing else. I guess we do the innkeeper because it's going to give us good sustain along with the deal, right? And we can still make one of these. We'll just start pooping out as much stuff as we can, I guess. Oh yeah. That's what we wanted to see. Bummer. Really bummer. That's the first time I've ever seen Turgid actually get something good. Of course it has to be against us. Okay. Man. Totally not cool. Totally not cool, Turgid. What the F? Oh, what the F? That's why not, I mean. Might as well. Not like we're winning this race. Cast. We can't even cast it. Does it matter if we do? Probably not. That's probably best. Sure. I mean, why shouldn't we play it out? Why shouldn't we? Try and keep our life total high. Okay. What else you got? Curious what's in the hand, right? It's gotta be a poison the cup. He probably would have played the skull raid already. It's not a haunting voyage, right? That wouldn't make any sense. I don't think. I mean, I don't know what's in the rest of his deck, but from what I've seen, haunting voyage doesn't make sense. But he is digging around in his graveyard. Kind of interesting. Agadoon's Awakening. I don't think that makes sense in the deck, honestly. That's my personal opinion. Probably kills one of our innkeepers, as expected. Oh, the draws this game have been so terrible, right? We're still sitting on 3 lands. I mean, that's just, wow. And all the stuff they've gotten, right? Does not even feel like the same game we're playing right now. Does not even feel like we're playing the same card game. Sure, might as well, bud. Might as well. Well, that was a whole lot of fun, right? That was a whole lot of fun for everybody involved. Oh my gosh, those draws sometimes, man. Sometimes those draws. Nothing that you want and everything that you don't. Overteed. Okay, well, this is not great. We have all the colors. This is doable, but we gotta get rid of the Nexus, I think. Yeah, I think we get rid of the Nexus. Okay. Let's do green first. The Sentinel out. That way if we have a 2-drop of some sort or another 1-drop, you know, we have an opportunity to use it. Okay. So it is going to... Oh, we kind of need to put the den down. No, we don't. We don't need to put the den down. They can come down tapped later. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, because they don't have the green. That's right. Well, that's kind of rude, isn't it? That is pretty rude. Not gonna lie. Pretty rude. Okay. So maybe we can get our gas dead here, which will allow us to play the gold span next turn. If the gas doesn't die here, we can't play the gold span since the den comes down tapped. Unless we do happen to pull another untapped red source. It's always possible. But getting down the gold span would be kind of nice. Allows us to start building up mana reserves for the Crackle with Power. Which is pretty much all we got going on in our hand right now, so it would be a really nice thing for us. They're not going to oblige. It's understandable. It is understandable. So we're just chilling then for another turn. All we can do. All we can do. We're just going to hold the Deadly Dispute, I do believe. For the time being. Wow. It's like the same deck as ours. But they have Colleen. So far, that's like the only difference. Well, that and the fact that they're actually getting some good stuff, right? Those are the two differences, if we're going to be honest here. If we're going to be honest. Okay, double Crackle. Wonder if we can make use of that. Okay. And then 2 plus 5, right? Yeah, so we don't have quite enough to do a double crackle, unfortunately, but I do think we just take out this gold span right now before they can get value off of it. Or more value, I should say. Normally like the crackles to go to face, but in some situations. Okay, Bloodchief Thirst. Let's get a card draw off of it at least. Magda. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. Okay. And another gold span as well. Pretty nice. It is pretty nice to see, especially because the gold span should kind of cover for the Magda. I doubt they're going to want to I doubt they're going to be extremely concerned about killing our Magda when we have the gold span on the board. Okay, what are they attacking with? Nada. Good for us. It's good for us. And the Sentinel allows us to tap our Magda next turn. If there is a next turn, right? So 2 plus 3 plus 3. So we can do a double crackle right now. So if we can get them down below 10, we can kill them. Wow. That's really nice for us. They just gave us the win. Unless they have some way to gain some life here. They do not. Crackle for the win. Yeah, that's why it's included, you know, we have tons of mana to play with in this deck, so might as well make good use of it, right? Might as well make good use of it. Hey, just want to take a minute to thank you all today for taking the time to watch my video. I do appreciate all the support. If you guys did appreciate the content, do please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, you know, help us get that word out there to more people. Help me continue to do what I love and bring this content to you all. Until next time, you guys take care of yourselves, and as always, be good to each other.